Hi, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about why I do not vote. Now, everyone has their point to why they don't vote, but let's just say I just don't feel like doing it. You know, the whole thing about picking one's alderman party, picking one's alderman get together, and you know, then being sad when that man or woman doesn't get in, or being mad and angry when the other side gets someone in. You know, and then always having that worry, being afraid that somebody out there is pointing the finger at, it's waiting for that man or woman to make a mistake, and they will, because men and women are flawed. They make mistakes. We know this, so they can turn around and point the finger at you and say, "Well, you voted so and so in. They made that pick. They did that thing." But it's not just that. There's also other men and women out there trying to make you feel guilty, like you didn't do something. Someone out there that goes like, "Oh, well, you should have voted. I should have voted. Yeah, you need to do it. Why do I need to do it?" Well, you know, I don't know why you need to do it, but you need to have a voice in your element. See, there's the thing. You need. You don't have to. The way some of them say it, it's like, "Oh, you have to." You know, it's like right out there with court duty. Something that I think that is kind of dumb, and you know how sad that is. But that's another movie for another day. But anyway, they make it out to be like that it being a pick is a bad thing. That everyone should do it. You know, I had one of my teachers at my school a long time ago. Well, I wasn't real. Said a pretty dumb thought. Well, it was their belief, it was their thought, their take, but then they said it. They said it should be a law where everyone should vote. And I'm like, why? So you're telling me there should be a federal law that makes it where everybody has to vote. Even if they don't want to, they have to. Yeah. But you know how dumb that sounds? See, when you live in a, country, European telic, French borrowed word again, when you live in a stead where you have the freedom to either say yes or no to whoever's running an alderman, or to not do it at all, then go out and tell someone they need to make a law where it's not a freedom anymore, you know? Well, that is sad. Now I know they wouldn't mind, you know. That was a dumb thing to say, you know. That was really dumb. Yeah, there's a lot of things that men and women wish were law, but aren't. And there's a lot of things that are law that some of them wish weren't laws. But at the end of the day, that one was just a dumb thing to say. I have never voted in either federal, state, county, or local. Hell, I haven't done it in the learning house either. But the point goes, you got these men and women out there, and so I'm trying to make you feel guilty about, well, this side would have won if more men and women had done this. You have to like that. You gotta love that guilt trip too. Oh, this side would have won if more men and women would have been voting. You don't know that to be true. That's just your thought, your belief, your take, but you got no proof to make it true. You know? I just don't do it. I got my points to not doing it. And if someone out there thinks it should be a law, that is a pretty dumb thing. But back then I had OnLook for my teachers. Hell, I still have OnLook for teachers. Hell, I still got OnLook for a lot of men and women. But I didn't say nothing, because what do you say about that? I mean, that man, he or she knew they were dumb for saying it. They knew it was a dumb thing to say. And they probably didn't say it, and I guess they were waiting for someone to seek wrong with them and say, hey, I think you're wrong about that. But, as you know, anytime you seek wrong with either your teachers or your bearers or someone who, they see it as OnLook. So that's why I didn't say anything. But in my head, I knew that was kind of a dumb thing to say. Oh, it should be a law that everyone should vote. And what happens if this law ever gets passed? It never will. What would be the handicap for not following this law? You get fined, probably, or put in jail. The point is, I'm getting so off what I'm talking about the point is I don't vote. Okay? I just don't like doing it. It has nothing to do with the men and women who are in the eldermen. It has nothing to do with the eldermen get-togethers. It just is I just don't like doing it. There's just something about it that I just, but nah, just never want to get involved in it. Maybe it was the streamer work that one had to do. Maybe it was the trying to make a pick of what eldermen get together to be with. I don't know. Maybe it was the fear of someone getting mad or angry at someone who voted for that person when they made some pick they didn't like or something. I don't know. That's probably what it is. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.